Okay, good evening, everyone. Let's start the classes. I think we are running out of time. So we just first look into what we learned last week. So last week we just had a brief look into the basics of Excel and about all the namings, what terms we use to call the different icons. So we just learned about all these things that I'm sharing in my screen now. Any doubts so far on this for anybody? For those who attended the last class, any doubts on this, or we can move into this this week's lesson?
No doubt, sir.
Now let's move into this week's portion. So this week we have to learn three things. For those who studied Excel, this is probably very similar. You can relate to what you learned in Excel in the Word. For those who are new, you can try to understand, and if you have any doubts, please ask me. So before we proceed, just want to check. Okay, Sajib, I know you attended Word. How about Razal and Shamim? How familiar are you with Microsoft Word?
Yes, sir. Before one video send me ready, so I see this video and something I learn.
Okay, so you learned the basic. Okay, how about Razal?
Yes, sir. Me also same. Basic I learning. Still I learning also.
Okay. Okay, Sajib. So then I will just do a bit slowly today. So just bear with me, Sajib. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Today topic we will learn three main components. One is about font, alignment, and numbers. So in font, we will learn about how to make the font bold, italics, underline, border. Okay. Background color, and font type. In alignment, we will also look into the different kinds of alignment. And finally, is number. I think this is more important as well. And once we learn all these things, I will also show you how to apply all these things in your work. Okay, so it's not just only about learning all the icons. Later, I will also demonstrate to you in a simple sheet how to really use this for your day-to-day works so that you can understand that easily. Okay. So this Excel sheet I have opened. So I believe all of you know how to open an Excel sheet, right? In case if you're not sure, you go to your start button, go to here and type MS Excel. You can see the Excel app, you can click it and open. For some, you will have it in the taskbar or in your desktop. So you click it, then you will open a new Excel workbook. So first we will learn about font, alignment and number today, right? So this is the font group. You can see here font. This is the alignment group, which is here. And this is the number group, which is here. So this is the portion for today. So first we look at the font group. So in the font group, there are many functions that you can do. First thing we look into bold. Bold means basically is to make it darker, right? You want that to be very obvious to see, very bright to see. So you want to make it bold. So how do I make the bold? If you want to make the bold in this cell, for example, I want to do this, I just select this, I go here, you can see the B icon, just click it. So now it has changed to darker. Can you see the difference? See, there's a difference. Alternatively, if you want to use shortcut key, you come here nearby. You can see there's a shortcut key displayed, Control plus B. So if you want to use that, you can just use Control B. Automatically it changes. If you don't want the bold to be appearing there, you want to remove it, you just have to click again back the same icon and it will be gone. So this is the bold option. This is italics. Italic means you can see like slanted. If you see here, this is the italic option where the text can be slightly slanted. So I want this cell to be italic. I just click here. Can you see it has changed? I don't want it to be italics. Again, I click it. It can change. So this is italic. The next is underline. Underline again is the same method. You just have to choose which cell you want the text to be underlined. Then use this option. Okay. You see there is a line under the word. This is called underline. You can also use it using the shortcut key Control plus U. If you don't want the underline, you can just remove by clicking it again. It will disappear. Okay, you want it to be double underline, you can also use it. You can see double underline. So this is about underline. Border. The next one is about border, how to make a border. Border means outline. Like in your printouts or some exam sheets, usually you put a border, right? You decorate it. So if you want it, which cell you want, you select that cell, you use this option, border. So if you want to have more options, you can see here which side you want the line. You want only the bottom or top, left or right, or you don't want any border, or you want all borders, you want a thick border, double line. So there are so many options. So I just use a thick border for now to understand. You see, you can see a thick border appears. This is called border. The next is background color. Background color is like when you take a picture, when you want to take photograph in your for your passport, you go, then they have the background, right? So the front, you are the person, and in the behind the screen, the background color is different. It's the same way here. Now it is no color, so I select this. You can see here. You can also see they also call this as fill color. So you just select this, whatever color you want, you choose. You can see. So I just select this. So this is called background color. If you don't like these options, you want you to even have more colors, you can click here and you can create your own color. You just drag your mouse, it will give you new combination. Whatever you like, you just click, the new color is formed. And you can also see that whatever the recent color you use will appear here. So you can use it the next time you want to use, you can still use it. This is called background color. The next is called font color. Font color means it's like your pen. When you want to write, you have red pen, red ink, blue ink, black, green. Is the same way. The text will be in different color. So now in default, it is black. If I want to change this, you can see this font color option here. So I click it. Usually it is in default automatic black. So you want to change it. See, when I change this, you can see the font color below. Here you can see the color will be changing. See, now I choose red, it is red color. I choose orange, is orange. So I choose red. So this is called font color. The next is called font type. Again, this is all these font is very similar to what you have learned in Microsoft Word. And font type is the same. All these options are the same. It's like the different handwriting, right? So how you write it. So there are many types of font that is available in the Excel and Word. It's the same. You can see there are many types that you want to choose. Normally people use Calibri, Arial, Times New Roman, and a few things. But again, it's up to you what you want to choose. You can choose. For example, now I want to choose this to Arial. I choose Arial. The font type is different. Now I want to choose this to a different format. So you can see the different style. You can just try or whatever you want. You can always try and play around. What you think is nice for your work, you can use it. Times to so you can use whatever you want. If you know the font type, you can also type here. It will appear. So it's up to you to choose and do different type. So I just select randomly for you to understand. Okay, so this is about font type. Okay, before I move to the next, I just pause here. So any doubts so far in this?
No, sir. Thank you.
No doubt, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. How about Shamim?
No, sir.
Okay, so this is clear, right? Okay, we move on to the next one then. Next is the alignment group here. So here there are many types of alignment options here. So first, let me show you what is wrap text. Okay, so maybe I want to type something. Okay, I want to write daily. So if you see here, the word has gone outside the cell. Correct, the cell is finishing here, but the word is outside. So there are many ways to do it. Sometimes you want it to be perfect, you can double click here or you drag it, you can make it bigger. But sometimes when you are making any table, you cannot do like that because the space you want, you don't have many space. So you have to do it within the same width. So in that case, you have to use the wrap text. So wrap text means within the available space, the computer will readjust your words to fit it into that by increasing the width of the row. So the column is fixed, but the row width will increase. So if I type again, daily report. Okay, now I write daily site report, for example. See, automatically it changes. But when I remove the wrap text, you can see it's just a straight line. But it is outside the cell. It is not in the same cell. It is in the same cell, but outside extending. You can identify, right? So this is called wrap text. The next is called merge and center. Sometimes you make, you want these two cells to be together. So you just have to select these two, merge and center. So you see the two cells has become as one cell, but all the other cells in the column are separate. Only this particular cell become together. So if I type now here something, you see it is considered as only one cell, not two cells. This is about merge and center. Later, I can show you some examples where you really use these in your work. The next is about the different kind of alignment of the text in a cell. So there are basically 6 patterns that you can use. So I use this cell for example. So if I want to use the top align, I have to use this. Okay, you see here, top, center, bottom. So these 3 options are to determine the position in the width of the row. You can see here when I put the bottom, it moved to the bottom of the row. When I click on the center, it centers itself to the center of the row. When I click on the top, it positions on the top of the row. And if you see these 3 options is the position left, center, and right. So now it is in the top and left. So it is in the top and left. So I change this to center. So you can see here, this is the top align, but in the center. So it is in the top, but move to the center. Now if I use the right align, you can see it is still in the top of the row. The row is starting from here. It is in the top of the row, but towards the right. So now I choose middle align. So you see here, the word has moved to the middle of the row, but to the right. Now I want it to be in the center. So I click middle align and center position. So it can be in the center. If I want it to be on the left, I can use the left. So similarly, bottom right, bottom center, bottom right, sorry. So this is about the different alignments. Now I want the text to be in different directions. I want it to be in an angle. I can click this. There are many options here. You can see angle counterclockwise. Clockwise means the direction of the clock moving. Counterclockwise is the opposite direction of the clock movement. So you can see the text has lifted up against the direction of the clock. So this is called counterclockwise. I want it to be clockwise. You can see. You want to move the position, you can move. You want it to be vertical, you can click it. See here? It is here. You want it to be fitted inside, rotate, you can see here, compact. Okay, so this is all about alignment. You can also go to the dialog box here. You can use these options here, whether you want it to be center, left, right, center. You have these options as well, and you can also choose the degree where you want the text to be. You know, you want it to be 45 degree, you can enter 45 degree, you can change. So during a free time, you can practice and try to use all these options and you practice. Any doubts, you ask me. So far, is it clear for alignment? Any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
No doubt, sir.
No doubt. Okay. How about Shamim?
No doubt.
Okay. Don't worry, right? Anytime if you have any doubts, please ask me. Don't hesitate. I can repeat for you. The next is about numbers. So this is very important. So this is the number group. So you can see, right, when you want to use any cell, in default, this is called general. That means you can, it is anything you can type. But when you do your reports, a lot of time you want to be very specific what data is in this cell. You can choose whether it is no specific format or number, currency, date, time, percentage. So you can do a different formatting here. So first we look at numbers. So now for example, I'm getting a number, right? So I select this cell, but it's still in general. So I change this to number. So you can see when it choose number, automatically the decimal point appears. And you can increase the decimal points or decrease the decimal points by using this. If you go through the arrow, you see from 2 zeros to 1 0, that means you will decrease the number of zeros, decimal points. You want to increase it back, you click here, increase decimal. You can click increase, it keep increasing. So how accurate you want your data to be, you can use it. You want your number to be having the comma, like you follow the comma, you can do the comma. You want it to be representing a currency, for example, you can use dollar. Automatically, this cell is considered as a dollar. Okay. You can also choose different currency here, euro, dollar. You want even more, you can go here, you can find rupiah, whatever it is, rupees, Bangladeshi currencies, everything is here. Russian, pizza, Chinese yuan, everything is there. So you just can select whatever you want. Okay. Next is about date. You want to do a date. So for example, I want this to be today's date, 25. Okay. So automatically it recognizes this as a date. But you can also choose different type of dates. To do that, just select this. You drop down here, go to more number formats. Now it is in date. You can see here date, and you can see the different type. So you can choose how you want your date to be. You want it to be like this, or you want to be 25 SEP September for September 2021, or you want it to be with the date, the day, everything you can choose. See, I choose this, automatically it changes. So you can decide what kind of options you want, and accordingly you can change. So this is about date. Any doubts on this group?
Sir, one more time repeat with the comma and the 00 coming, right? These things.
Okay, I will repeat this number again.
Numbers.
Yeah, because this is very important. Day to day, your office reports on other things work-wise, you may use all these things. So I repeat one more time. And don't worry, after this, I will do a report for you. We will try to practice how to create this so that you can apply all whatever we learned here today. So I have a number, I type, for example, 2500. Initially, if you don't assign anything, it will be just general. So you want it to be a number, you select this, you go to the top, change it to number. So it is changed to number. So the cell is identified as a number. Now you want to increase the decimal points or decrease the decimal point. This is the two options you can use. If you want to decrease, use this icon, you click it, you reduce one decimal point. You want to reduce further, you click one more time. Now, if you want to increase it, you have to use the other one. You can see the icon, it will explain to you from 20 become 10. And also there is a description, decrease decimal. And here is increase decimal. It is showing from 10 to 2 zeros. That means it is increasing the number of decimal points. So I want more 2 decimal point. I click it, increase. Now I want this to have comma. You just go to the comma option here, click it, it shows comma. And I want this to be in terms of money. So I want to use $sign. I click the $sign here. Is it clear, Sajid?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clearly.
Okay. Anybody else have doubt?
No doubt, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So we will have a very simple exercise. We will do create this chart. And here we will use all whatever we learned here today while doing this kind of report here. Okay, so I just show how it want to look like. Now I want to make the same report. So I just type serial number. Okay, if I do here, it will copy the same thing. So I do here. Okay. Okay, if I want to make something like this. Then I have so when I type usually it will be for taking any position. So don't worry about it. Later I will show you how to do this. So anyway, for saving the time, I just copy and paste. Okay, so that I can explain to you the format. Or if it will be copying exactly, so it's better I type again. This will be very useful for you to understand how you will use whatever we learned today in your day-to-day job. So that's why I want to demonstrate to you practically. Okay. So if you type all the data, you can use it for any other application also in your work. No need to be only for this. You can always use to whatever report you want to do. But this is just an example for you to understand how to make it. Okay, so now I've typed all the information, but it looks very different, right? To what we have, or what example I have on the top. So how do I do in the same method? So now we will use all what we have learned today to make this exactly the same kind of report. So first thing, I will change this cell. So you can see this is here. So anybody can tell me what should I do to make it look like the above example? Can anybody share what should I do first?
So need to make bigger the column. Need to make bigger.
Okay, so how do I do that? I can just increase the width of the row. Okay, first step is good. Then what is the next step?
And tare behind the cell.
Sorry?
The
And margin center we click.
What that
column
mean?
make bigger.
Column make bigger. Is it my column bigger here?
No, I
No, sir.
need to, sir, stop salary report. I select all the way my sheet. Then I go to the margin center.
Yes, correct.
I make it merge, is it?
Yes.
We need to
Okay, very
select
good.
the,
So I select all these cell. I go to merge and center. Very good. So first step is correct, but
Then
still very
align.
small.
Alignment, then the
Very good. So I do the alignment, make it to center. Right. Okay. I type here everything in.
And then front need to make bigger.
to be the
Making bold and underline.
Okay. Because here I type everything in small letter. Okay. Okay. So you need to make it bold. All right. But still it's not the same.
Front need to make bigger.
size is need to be the.
Then after that
Things
make it
missing.
under. After that make it underline.
Very good. Okay. Underline.
After that change background. The color.
Okay. Maybe Shamim can tell me what to do next.
Background color.
Sorry.
Background color.
Okay, good. So I go and change the background color. I can change the background color. Okay. Okay. Very good. Next, what we can do
So
here,
after that,
this, all these are all bold and
underline.
italics.
Italics.
Okay, so I just change to bold and italics. Then I do
Color
the center align. Right?
Yeah.
And I also have the table. You can see I have the border, right? I have all table. So I choose make all border.
All borders.
You can choose your table is appeared now. So below I have changed the font to Arial. So that's why the font is different. So the font is now changed to Arial.
Yeah.
Now this column serial number, I have this center. So what should I do?
Select and making center element. Yeah, center. Yes.
So I selected this. I make it center. So next, Raju, can you tell me how to change the salary?
Sorry, sir.
Can you explain to me, tell me how to change the salary to the dollar sign and comma?
Sorry, sir. Coming out page, sir.
Oh, okay, you just came now. Okay, fine.
Go to general.
Okay.
Then
So you see how we are doing it, then later you see the video, then you can understand. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Anybody else want to tell me?
Yes, sir. You need to go to general. Then below have the dollar and comma.
Dollar,
Okay. So
comma,
first
and
I go change this to number.
Hmm.
Okay. So I change
Then
this to dollar,
and comma.
comma,
the decimal increase decrease.
sorry, dollar. Then I don't want the decimal point.
Yeah.
So I
So
change this to time. Very good. So now this cell, I want to change the background
color.
color. So just go to background. I change this to background. Now, same way here, I choose this. I can just change
Another
the color. Probably, maybe here we can change the font color. We practice the font color also. Okay.
Mm.
So is it look the same?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't want to have the date in this format, you want to change it, you can also change to say maybe
Yeah.
March. Okay. Is this useful for you?
Very useful, sir.
Yes,
Sir.
Very, very useful.
Okay, because this is very basic thing in Excel that maybe your supervisor asks you to do this kind of job. So it's very important. So that is the reason I created this kind of a simple example. If I just teach you by giving you this font, maybe you may not understand where to use it. Now you should be able to understand exactly where you will use all these tools, right? So remember one thing, when you make like this serial number, usually people use the center align. When you use name, usually people use the left.
left.
People use for the name, usually we always use the left alignment. Same for designation. For money, whenever it comes, we always use the right
Right.
alignment. For money, we always start from the right because it has to be straight, right? Ones, tens, hundreds. So based on that concept, how you write for the mathematics. So same way, we have to start from the right. So this is how we do the basic formatting. Any doubts so far?
No, sir. Thank you.
Raju, any doubt? Just now I explained to you. So did you understand?
Sir, understand, sir. Later I try one more time. What system, sir?
You try, then you can see.
Later I see your link also. One more time I watch the one video.
Okay, sure.
Okay, sir.
Just now somebody joined, is it? Israel?
ஆனா வேற கிளாஸ் இருந்தேன் எனக்கு எங்க இப்ப மாறிட்டு இங்கிலீஷ் கிளாஸ் 2ல இருக்கேன் நானு.
ஓகே, நீங்க வெளியில எக்ஸிட் ஆயிட்டு போங்க. Okay, so this is mainly for today's class. Later I will send you example. So this is the example for your worksheet or homework. You can create something like this. I will send you a photo of this template, but you can create in your Excel. You can type whatever expense you want. You can write gold, buy gold. You want to buy dress, shoes, watch, send back to family. What is the date? What is the amount here? You can put many items also, no problem. You can put to 10 items also, no problem. Main thing is you have to understand, use all the tools, change the formats, use different fonts, bold, italics, underline, table, fill font. So use all these options and make this kind of report. Okay, so that will be the homework for today's lesson. Can you all do it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So that is what I have for today.